Hello, everyone. This is a practical course tour. This is just meant to get us started, make sure that you know what you need to do with the course. I'm still getting things together for later weeks, and I'll be putting up a full syllabus sometime tonight or tomorrow. But if you look in the introductory thing, you'll see all the course requirements are described here, and that the course text is uploaded to the Blackboard site. It's actually right here, the whole thing. So there's no book to buy. The course text is here. Sorry. Yes. So here it is. You like that picture? It's the stick man falling down the slippery slope. It's a logic joke. You'll get that later. Anyway, let's take a look at week one so we know what we need to do right away. Every week will have its own section on the Blackboard site, and they'll all have the same elements. First thing is a weekly survey video of what the material will be that I've done. I would say watch these videos. They're meant to help you. This course they will have exams. So these overview videos don't tell you everything you need to know. Everything you need to know is in the book, basically. But they do give you a sense of what I think is really important and what I think the basic, most essential ideas are. So I would watch them. You're going to be tested on this material. So I hope that these videos help. I will not check to see whether you've done them, but click on this video, and every week there'll be an overview video. So here, then it's just this is there's nothing to click on here. It just tells you what the reading is. The course text again is right here. So it just tells you what part of the book to read. So read those sections of the book, and you'll be fine. And then it tells you to do certain exercises. I won't. This is not something you need to turn in, but it's the kind of thing where you have to do the exercises to get even if it seems simple, what the author is saying, you need to do the exercises to get the practice in. So do the exercises. What I'm basically saying, it's a self-assessment, and the answers are at the end of the text, so you can check your work and see how you're doing. That's quite important. So the self-assessment is just do the exercises that are mentioned there. Exercises 1 through 4. You don't need to turn anything in, but you really if you want to do well in the course, you've got to do the exercises. It's just that sort of thing. Preparation for the exams, and then we have a weekly discussion board. I think it's we have, even if it's a logic course, we got to we got to keep some sort of conversation going. So the big thing about the discussion board is a weekly board. There's one for every week. You need to respond to the prompt, and you need to reply to at least one other student post. So to get full credit for the discussion board, you need to post at least twice. If you don't post at least twice, you will not get full credit for the discussion board. And again, this is a weekly discussion board. Um, and then we have our reflection question. These are just questions that I will be making up, asking about what I think are really important parts of the reading. So, what do you need to do? You need to write answers. You need to write answers. Don't have ChatGPT write answers because that won't be the right way to do it. You do it. It's to get you thinking about the material and to get you reading more closely. So the thing is not the reflection questions are not an end in themselves. They're a study aid. So yes, you do need to respond and submit your answers to these questions. The weekly discussion board closes every Sunday at midnight, so you have to post before then. Hopefully, you'll post earlier in the week. And the weekly reflection questions need to be submitted by Sunday at midnight. So that's your weekly submission assignment. Other than doing the watching the video, doing the reading, doing the exercises as self assessment, and you need to participate in the discussion board and turn in your reflection questions. At the end of the week, after the deadline passes for the weekly reflection questions, I will be releasing a video in which I talk through the answers. to these questions. So you have a sense of whether you are on the right track. So in this course, we will have 2 oral exams if you look at the requirements for the course. There'll be a midterm oral, which will cover weeks 1 through 5, and then there'll be a final oral exam, which will cover the whole course. These will be individual meetings between you and me, in which I will ask you certain questions about the course and ask you to do things. So, here, as I said, in these exams, I will be asking you questions about the text that will be based on the weekly reflection questions. I will also be asking you to analyze arguments as in the exercises. So, doing the reflection questions and watching the review videos on them and doing the self assessments will prepare you for the exams. So, the presumption is when we meet that you have done the readings, you've done the self assessments, you have done the reflection questions, and you've watched the video reviews of the reflection questions where I offer what I think are the right answers. That will prepare you for these online exams, individualized exams that we'll be doing. I will talk more about those exams, and I will be sending out a sign up sheet after a couple weeks so you can begin to. These will be 15 to 20-minute sessions in which I will ask you about the material. And some of that will be generally like, what is an argument, or what is validity, or how do we know that an argument is valid, or stuff like that, or what are the different fallacies. But also, I'll be asking you to analyze arguments, briefly, by showing you certain things. And I think anybody who actually goes through the exercises, does the self assessments, looks at the videos, reads the material, does the reflection questions, and looks at the reviews will be very well prepared for those exams. So get started. Just every week will be the same. It'll have the same elements. An overview video, it'll just tell you what parts of the text to read, tell you which exercises to do. There'll be a discussion board, and there will be the weekly reflection questions. If you have any questions about any of this, or you ever want to talk about the course, please contact me either at the email or the cell phone number that will be on the syllabus.